Hi, and welcome to week 2's assignment. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to complete it. For week 2's assignment, you're going to be creating a PowerPoint that will focus on the rules of reason, emotion, and communication as they relate to critical thinking. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to complete all of your readings and learning activities for the week so that you are prepared to write and prepare this presentation on these topics. Okay, so make sure to complete all of your week 2 learning activities first. Then make sure you have Office 365 downloaded onto your computer and that it is functional and operational. Okay, then please review any of these Microsoft PowerPoint tutorials available to you. So that will give you some information on how to create strong PowerPoint presentations in general. Then download the template you're going to use this week for the PowerPoint presentation. You'll see when you download and open this template, there are a couple different steps that I want you to be aware of. The first is that I want you to make sure you are viewing the PowerPoint in the notes view. Okay, so you'll go to view over here at the top of the menu bar, and then you'll click on notes. Okay, you want the notes to be visible. And the notes are down here, okay, in this section. Now, the PowerPoint is broken down into several different slides. The first one is an overall review of or presentation of critical thinking basics. The next one will focus on the role of reason. The next one, the role of emotion. Next, the role of communication, and then final closing thoughts. Then you'll have your references section down here. Notice that the reference citation for our textbook has already been inserted. It is expected that you will use our readings to inform your answers this week. Remember that anytime if you paraphrase any information coming from our textbook, you put that word, all of that content into your own words, and then you cite it using an in-text citation. And that in-text citation will include the author's last name, which is Boss in our case, the year, which is 2017 in this case, and then you'll note the page number if you would like. For paraphrases, you are not required to note the page number. For direct quotes, you are. If you'd like to insert the page number anyway, it's probably a good idea and good practice for you. All right, now, in looking at what we are doing for each slide, you will develop each slide using bullets, okay? At no point in time should you insert a paragraph into any of these slides. PowerPoint presentations should have points of information, okay? Down here in the notes section is where your paragraphs can be inserted, okay? Now, those you'll see that there are questions posed for you to answer on each slide. For instance, you have to, for your first slide, you'll answer the question, what is critical thinking? You'll return to your text, gather some information, paraphrase it into your own words, add in any additional or original insight you have on the topic, and close out that paragraph, okay? You'll do that for this next paragraph, which is, why is it important in daily life, okay? And if that wants to be just your own thoughts on that question, that's fine. You may or may not choose to use your textbook to answer that question. Okay, and then note that these bullets need to be replaced. It's just these bullets in this example, or in the first slide, tell you only bullets should be used on this slide. Use bullet points to highlight the main ideas in your presenter notes. Remember to cite exactly everything that I've gone over so far. And then your speaker notes should have all that detailed information. Okay, if you'd like to add in graphics, those do kind of look nice and add some good content, some good flair to your essay or to your PowerPoint, so that's not a bad idea as well. Remember that those graphics also need to be cited. And if you go back to our resources down here, you can see that will take you right to the Center for Writing Excellence, and there you'll find a whole bunch of APA resources for citing, materials. Now, back to our PowerPoint. So keep in mind that there are, a total of 7 different slides. All of the information that you relay should revolve around the questions posed at the bottom of each section in the presentation notes. And make sure to save the whole document and then upload it to me. and I will assess it and send it back to you. So I hope this helps. Have a great day out there. If you have any questions, just let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.